let Jude know that his wariness, which I assumed must be rooted in a pain similar to mine, only drew me closer. Besides, I could only imagine what had been said around town about me. I was openly gay, but understood all too well about keeping secrets. I figured Jude was a decent guy who had a good reason for his silence. At least, that was the fantasy I kept about him in my head. Fuck, I was pathetic. But plenty of straight boys had filled my deluded brain over the years, and none were nearly as mysterious as him. Hadn't I learned early on that it was impossible to bend a straight arrow? Especially if you didn't want that arrow to pierce your heart? I bolted up on that thought, not wanting to feel as needy as the damn dog. Or hard up, for that matter. Besides, there were plenty of hookup opportunities in this town. Just not the kind I wanted or needed. Not anymore. Chopper was thrilled we were on the move again, and tugged hard on the leash. Easy, boy. Let me get these leashes untangled. But he lunged away from me. The leash cut across my shin, and I tripped over the taut line, releasing my grip. Now free from my grasp, Chopper began running. Fucker was going to get himself run over by a damned car someday. Chopper, get your ass back here! At the sound of my voice, he looked behind him, his tongue wagging in an almost taunting smile. Then he kept on sailing free. Ace was barking and going ballistic beside me, so I tightened my hold on his line. As I began gaining on Chopper, my only hope was that he'd stop of his own volition. Halfway across the grassy field, he spotted a squirrel in one of the trees and went wild, climbing halfway up the trunk, jumping and barking. While he was distracted, I silently moved toward him, hoping to grab hold of that leash. But just as I approached, he took off again, following that same squirrel who'd taken a leap to the next large maple. I was out of breath now and beyond frustrated. Remembering the treats in my pocket, I figured I could lure him as my final option, which was fast approaching. I shoved my hand in my hoodie, my fingers closing on a sturdy dog cookie. When I looked up again, Chopper was headed straight for the skate park. Fuck. Chopper, goddammit, I called, a last-ditch effort. You don't listen for shit. Unexpectedly, Jude neared the cement barrier at the entrance to the bowl. His board clenched in his fist, he seemed to be assessing the situation as the charging dog neared. He left his board on the concrete walkway and stepped onto the lawn. He squatted down in the grass, made eye contact with Chopper, and the dog changed course to sail directly toward him. What the hell was that about? Some type of deep whistle emitted from Jude's lips, and instead of slamming into his chest, Chopper came to a sudden halt beside him, like Jude was a damn dog whisperer or something. His strong fingers grabbed hold of his collar, and he reached down to mutter something in the dog's ear. Chopper sat down in the grass, actually fucking sat down. I had never been able to get him to do that. I remained motionless as I watched them, even though Ace was eager to inch closer. At least one animal heeded my command. I wondered what it was about Jude that compelled Chopper to run toward him. I mean, I got the appeal, so maybe it was just pure animal instinct. Except only a minute ago, Chopper was attempting to roam free, not be detained. The muscles in Jude's forearm flexed as he stroked Chopper's head, and the dog's tongue hung out in a happy pant. The little fucker. I forced my legs forward because I needed to get Chopper back home. I had a shift at Raw Ink in an hour, and besides, Jude had done enough. I couldn't help wondering what made him come to my aid. Was he an animal lover? Did he have pets of his own? As I walked closer to Chopper, Jude's eyes lifted to mine, and I saw an array of emotions alight in them. The most blatant being amusement, as if his irises contained a flicker of light. His lips tilted at the corners in an almost imperceptible smirk, and he looked so dazzling right then. As he held my gaze for the first time ever, something tightened inside my chest. Shit, he was stunning, in an unusual kind of way. His chin-length hair was a mass of unruly blonde waves, his skin inked mainly in black, and his eyes were the most